Hello people, Carlito here once again. This time with a video that's going to show you the Queen's cloak. I forget the name of the thing, but the invisibility cloak. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you an attack. It's not terribly exciting. You know, looking at my raids, as you can see, apart from the top one, which was quite a juicy base, but it's unusual. The majority of the raids have been, you know, below 200,000, and they take all of my army, so they're not collector raids. I have to crack into the base. I've got to take out the storages. Admittedly, you know, they're not the hardest bases in the world. Premature Town Hall 10s, mid to low level Town Hall 9s, but I'm using a farming army, so you know, I'm using an army that those guys can cook as well, basically, so I don't feel as though I'm bullying them too much. So here's the attack. It's 193,000, which, you know, believe me when I say this, that's very good. When you can see this kind of base with this loot system right now, it's quite pleasing, because I know that I'll get most of it. If I want it, I'll get all of it, and do so quite quickly, which is the point of farming, and don't typically need many troops. So let me just say hi to the clan, because this is actually a new feature that you couldn't do before. You couldn't pull out and chat to your clan while you were watching videos and things, but you can now, so that's really good. I think that will be an interesting feature when you're watching people's replays and you can respond to them quite quickly. So, you know, typical format, you guys will know how I get into these bases. I'll distract the splash damage, so the wizard in this case, with my barbarians, follow that up with O2 saying hi. I'll follow that up with some archers, and that's how I get into the base, because my army is just an awful lot of barbarians and archers. And once I've got rid of the splash damage, I can really overwhelm a base quite quickly. As you can tell, I'm only interested in the resources. I've got no desire to get trophies. And apologies for that there. What happened is the reflector app that I used crashed. Now, one of the mistakes that you'll notice is I've released my clan castle. I thought there was a dragon in there. I did have a dragon in the last clan castle, but I've used it. So when I released the clan castle, they just walked straight into that wizard tower without any defences or backups. Normally I would have put loads of barbarians in there first, so the wizard targeted the barbarians. But as I say, I was expecting a dragon, and that's why I'd cleared the path for the dragon to go in there and take the gold and the wizard tower. But anyway, the point of this video was to show you the queen and her ability. So, as you can see, I'm now walking around the edge of the base, and I'm taking out the structure. She's not been targeted yet, and here comes the cloak, the royal cloak. Now, I've just activated it there. The cannon didn't target her. Well, it did, and then it kind of lost the target. And just those handful of archers, I think I get 6, they've been enough to distract the cannon once the queen has come back into view. And what that has meant is that I could basically take that cannon out with my archer queen, and a fight that maybe would have cost me half an hour, maybe even an hour's worth of regeneration time, has cost me nothing. You know, my archer queen was basically back up and running as soon as I got back to base. So that is really pleasing. That's one of the things I like about this. This update is the hero abilities. Let me just respond to Tony, because they're talking about the Santa bomb, and I'm gonna just pretend I'm showing you guys where his bomb is, which I'd never do. You know, that's not a very nice trick to play in someone, because I know people like to keep these sorts of things for as long as possible. So I'm going to stack up my barracks, just because I'm preparing to go back for a fight. And hopefully that video was useful in terms of showing you how you can use the cloak ability, the royal cloak. I'll also go to a single player mission. I'll just say bye to YouTube. I'll show you a single player mission, because that will maybe show you in a little bit more detail what the cloak does in a very sort of isolated situation when there's no other troops to distract your attention. So I'll go to that in a second. But here's the stats. So I get 4 seconds of invisibility, and I do spawn 6 units. So they're not invisible. They're very visible. But let me go to a fairly easy single player. Rocky 4. This will do. Yeah, 3 cannons. That'll do. So I'm only going to spawn the queen, and the cannons will target her basically straight away. But I'll go invisible. And they now don't see the queen. The third cannon up there, that will, and I've used the ability now, it's gone, I can't use it again. But the other archers will be targeted first because they'll get closer. So there you go. I mean, as far as updates go, I like the hero abilities, I like the co-leader piece. The rest of it I'm not very interested in, and most of you guys will know that I wanted some more content, clan wars, some events, something like that to keep the clans active and bubbling. But wasn't happening in this update. But anyway, until the next video, guys, it's bye from the king and bye from the queen. I'll see you soon.